Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at his 4. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Shit. 368.
Steps away. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Regular. Switch.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Dalton with a give here to Mixon.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Caught around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Wait! Watch the backer. Check nickel.
Here you go, 368.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
55. Right there. 64. Weak.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Alex Erickson, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
No spacing. Motion. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. He finds Last. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain of the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 230.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We want it. Come to my world. Check. Ha, ha. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. Slam.
To throw again. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all-time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North.
55, Mike, 55. I got one. Under 10, 10. 368.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Nice. 2 by 2. Move.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To try again after the sack. Dalton got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
up. Wait. Check 55 to Mike. Here you go. 368. Nice. Check. Check your hot read. X3. 218. Chopper. That's up.
On the draw, here's Bernard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 3-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Check.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now stands at 13. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Like 20. Let's go, baby. Return up. Get that ball.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger will throw. Bind, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Fresno. Hey. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Stop!
To throw here, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Rush in. Rush in. 55, mark, guys, 55. Push him back. Push him back. Check.
Here's Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Here I come. Joker. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 55, Mike. It's been a long day for you. Mike 55, Mike 55. 2-2. Move.
They run with Pumphrey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards, I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger, screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Watch 30. I know he ain't got it.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Screen pass to Connor. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Boswell for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Bengals 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school as I was begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half.
2nd and 2.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Dalton. He completes it to goal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. 55's my guy, 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 52. Hey.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On second down now. It's Connor, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first and 10 is Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
All right, now, flag 20. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Now on second and 13. Roethlisberger looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Ben on third and long. To Switzer over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
I'm here all day.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah.